Pedro Pascal might be the king of our screens, but off-screen, things haven't been all smooth sailing. From unexpected online feuds to viral moments that shook social media, the actor's journey is as dramatic as any of his roles. And let's just say it's not all charm and kindness. Some scandals have turned heads and had fans questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. So what's been happening in Pedro's world when the cameras aren't rolling? Let's break down every scandal you need to know. Pedro Pascal is everywhere right now, from The Mandalorian to The Last of Us. And now, he's stepping into the MCU as Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. But one sweet moment with a co-star almost turned into a scandal. While promoting Fantastic Four at the San Diego Comic-Con, fans spotted Pedro rubbing Vanessa Kirby's arm and later holding hands with her. Some called it creepy. Others jumped to wild romance theories. But here's what they didn't see. Pedro has always been open about his anxiety. Red carpets, award stages. He even holds his torso during interviews to calm himself. When Bella Ramsey asked him why, he said, "That's where my anxiety lives." So when Kirby held his hand, it wasn't about flirting. It was comfort. She knew he was nervous, and it helped. But instead of seeing the moment for what it was, human, some people twisted it. Still, many fans stood up for Pedro. One said he's showing young men that it's okay to show emotion. Another called him the definition of strong and gentle. Yeah, people joked about romance, but honestly, who cares? What we really saw was two friends supporting each other on a huge stage under a lot of pressure. No scandal, just kindness. And for anyone wondering, Vanessa Kirby is reportedly dating athlete Paul Rebill. So that clears that up. Anyway, let's move on to a more recent scandal. We all know that Pedro Pascal's kindness may be one of his best traits, but sometimes, even that lands him in hot water. Last month, Pedro posted a photo of actress Rachel Zegler to his Instagram story. His caption? One word, icon. Seems sweet, right? Well, not to everyone. Ziegler has been at the center of a major backlash ever since Snow White flopped at the box office. The remake cost Disney around $350 million, but brought in less than half of that. Critics gave it a brutal 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, and on IMDb, just 1.6 out of 10. So when Pedro showed public support, people didn't hold back. Some said he was out of touch. Others claimed it was just two Disney stars protecting each other, and a few even warned this could mess with his future in Marvel. But here's the thing, Pedro and Rachel have never worked together. He's just been a longtime fan. Back in 2022, he said he cried during her performance in West Side Story, and Rachel has shown love right back, once calling Pedro love personified. Still, in a time when the internet moves fast and hates even faster, a single post turned into a full-blown scandal. Some critics called him tone-deaf. Others questioned if he was playing corporate defense. Whatever the reason behind his post, Pedro didn't explain or delete it. Just like always, he stayed quiet and kept it moving. But Pedro's support of Rachel Zegler also reopened a different conversation, one with a lot more weight behind it. Some fans pointed out a stark contrast. While Pedro openly praised Zegler, he stayed completely silent when his Mandalorian co-star Gina Carano got fired. Back in 2021, Carano was dropped from the Disney Plus show after posting something controversial online, comparing political division in the US to what Jewish people went through during the Holocaust. The backlash was immediate, and so was Disney's response. She was out. Now Carano is suing Disney and Lucasfilm for wrongful termination and sex discrimination. And in that lawsuit, she specifically brings up Pedro Pascal. She claims that while Pedro also made strong political posts in the past, Disney never came after him. In fact, the lawsuit even calls out the double standard, saying the studio embraced her male co-stars while punishing her alone. Gina says she and Pedro had an agreement to respect each other's views. She said she still feels personally fond of him, but that didn't stop her legal team from using his posts as part of her case. It's a messy situation, one that raises bigger questions about bias, double standards, and who gets protected in the spotlight, and who gets cut loose. As the trial date creeps closer, Pedro's name is once again caught in the middle, even if he hasn't said a word about it publicly. But not every Pedro Pascal headline involved Hollywood drama or online wars. In March 2023, the internet spiraled over something far more jittery. It started when a fan caught Pedro outside a Starbucks, casually walking with a venti cup in hand. The camera panned in, and that's when everyone saw it. His order label was crystal clear, iced quad espresso, extra ice, 6 shots of espresso. The average espresso shot has about 64 milligrams of caffeine. That meant Pedro was downing nearly 400 milligrams in one go. Social media exploded. Memes popped up, TikTok went viral, and headlines screamed in caffeine-fueled panic. Pedro Pascal's Starbucks order is stressing us out, Elle wrote. Another fan joked, "Someone check his vitals." A week later, Pedro appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live, his first time on the show in nearly 10 years. Naturally, the coffee came up. An insane order, by the way, Kimmel laughed, holding up a zoomed-in picture of the label. Pedro looked embarrassed, but leaned in. "I cannot begin to tell you how violating this was," he said, laughing. Then he broke it down. "It used to be a quad, but then Starbucks changed cup sizes. And the espresso? It got weaker," he claimed. "So, 6 shots became the new normal. It's an incredibly private morning ritual," he said, "one I never wanted anyone to know about." Pedro swore he didn't drink more coffee after that and joked, "You sip it, get really high, and answer emails." Kimmel laughed and called it a methixino. But fans weren't laughing, not entirely. Many worried about his health, others were just in awe. In the world of viral celebrity coffee orders, this one wasn't just strong, it was absolutely unhinged. At this point, let's just say 2023 wasn't a year for Pedro Pascal, because on January 20th, a creator named Sandra, who goes by DVCree on TikTok, posted a flashy edit of Pedro set to the song Hey Sexy Lady by Shaggy. The video blew up instantly. Suddenly, Pedro's fan cams were everywhere. Twitter, Instagram. Every scroll had his face, his voice, his moments from Narcos, The Mandalorian, and more. But as Sandra's edit spread, so did criticism. Many users called her out for over-sexualizing the actor. One scene from Narcos, a close-up of Pedro's lower half, was singled out and slammed as crossing the line. Things escalated when Rolling Stone stepped in. By February 10th, Sandra had been interviewed by C.T. Jones, and the article was released under the headline, "Creator of the viral Pedro Pascal fan cam explains why the actor is TikTok's favorite daddy." But that's where the backlash exploded again. The original piece claimed that Pascal's support for his transgender sister made it easier for people to sexualize his intense characters. Many found that statement inappropriate, even offensive, and Sandra agreed. She posted on TikTok saying the article twisted her words. What she meant was that Pedro's openness about LGBTQ+ rights made it easier for her to support him, not sexualize him. She made it clear she respected him, but the damage was already done. After the backlash, Rolling Stone updated the article and changed the word sexualize to stan. The whole situation sparked a bigger debate. Where's the line between admiration and objectification? Can a TikTok thirst trap go too far? And what happens when fan-made edits turn into full-blown internet storms? Pedro didn't respond to any of it. But from that moment on, every fan cam of him came with a little more tension and a lot more eyes watching. Coming off the heels of his daddy chaos, Pedro Pascal entered a different kind of ring, awards season. At the 2024 Emmys, Succession swept the drama categories, racking up wins for Best Drama, writing, directing, and lead performances from Kieran Culkin, Sarah Snook, and Matthew Macfadyen. But while HBO dominated the night, it was Pascal who stole the spotlight, with a sling. He walked out to present an award, arm in a sling, and immediately addressed it. "A lot of people have been asking about my arm. It's actually my shoulder," he said. Then came the punchline. "And I think tonight is a perfect time to tell everyone that Kieran Culkin beat the C out of me." The audience cracked up. Culkin, caught on camera, held a stone face for a few seconds before breaking into a smirk. That one-liner wasn't random. It was the latest chapter in an awards season feud between Pascal and Culkin that's been brewing since the 2024 Golden Globes. Earlier that month, Culkin had won the Globe for Best Actor in a Drama, beating out Pascal, who was nominated for The Last of Us. On stage, Culkin made a half-awkward, half-iconic jab. "Suck it, Pedro. Sorry, mine." The clip went viral. Fans were immediately hooked on the bizarrely wholesome yet competitive back and forth between the two actors, while some speculated there was real tension. The pair were later seen laughing and posing together at the Emmys after-party. Still, the scoreboard speaks for itself. Culkin's Succession ended strong. Pascal's The Last of Us has just returned. So if the rematch is coming, it's just a matter of time. And awards. It had been a year since Pedro Pascal turned his awards season rivalry with Kieran Culkin into an ongoing meme. But in February 2025, Pascal took to Instagram with a bold message in support of trans rights. He posted a striking photo of a poster that read, "A world without trans people has never existed and never will." The design had reportedly been spotted in Olympia, Washington, and originally surfaced on a Tumblr page dedicated to radical street art. The post itself was powerful, but it was Pascal's caption underneath that hit harder. "I can't think of anything more vile and small and pathetic than terrorizing the smallest, most vulnerable community of people who want nothing from you except the right to exist." As expected, the trolls came crawling, flooding the comment section with transphobic replies and dramatic unfollow announcements. But Pascal's response was a simple, sarcastic "no" to one fan lamenting the loss of their favorite actor. This wasn't performative. Pascal has been a vocal and unwavering advocate for trans people for years, especially his sister Lux Pascal, who came out publicly in 2021. He has called her one of the most powerful people and personalities I've ever known. His support doesn't stop at family. In the same week, Pascal shared videos of Spain's first trans senator, Carla Antonelli, delivering a fiery speech in Parliament. He also reposted a clip from late activist Cecilia Gentili's graduation remarks, adding the quote, "Know who you are. Progress is inevitable." While other celebrities dip in and out of causes, Pascal stays planted. He shows up, online, on red carpets, and on every platform that matters. Not just as a star, but as a brother, an ally, and a fighter. So, which of Pedro's scandals shocked you the most? Did any of them change the way you see him? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insider stories.